guys, welcome back to the show. Hope everyone's doing well. Of course, I'm your host, Mike. As you can see, we got a new RC here. I'm quite excited about this, as this one's going to have a bit of a story to it. Of course, this is the XLF model. They call it like the F16, whatever, and it comes in blue and red, as you can see. I believe I got the blue model here. Now, this is very similar to the very, very popular WL Toys 144001, which is a great model, and I'm just going to give you a bit of a history of why I love these models so much. Back in the day, before I even had a YouTube channel, I was doing racing, and I was selling things online used. I used to do that quite a bit, and I bumped into some people, and they invited me to race in the backyard, and we used to run 10 scale buggies, four-wheel drive, and we converted them into short course trucks, so they're a lot smaller than a Slash, and they were a lot of fun. And I had a Losi Mini 8, and that little 14 scale buggy was great, and this is that 14 scale. Since then I've stopped racing at the backyard, moved on to club racing at the track, yada yada yada, and that all died. The big club racing track is not really good for the Minis, so the Mini 8 moved on, but I've always been interested. And years ago I used to look at a website called nitrorcx.com, and they had like this 14 scale buggy show up called the Tacon Soar, T-A-C-O-N, like bacon, taken. Tacon Soar, and it is the buggy that the WL Toys 144001 is based on. It's a lot more expensive than what the Tacon model was, and I've always kind of thought about getting one of those, but since the WL Toys bought up the OEM and turned out their version of it, of course I grabbed that model. It's a great model, and this one's very similar. Thanks for listening to that lead up to this. So guys, I'm just going to get this out of the box quick, and then I'm going to tell you what's going to go on with this. So stay tuned for that. Let's get this thing out of the box right now. So there you go, guys. I'll just show you what all comes with it. And this model's been out for a while, so there's no surprise here. You guys are even interested in this. There's a lot more people that have gone in depth on this. I'm just going to do a quick overview, and I'll tell you why I got this and what I'm going to do with this. So as you can see, this is pretty similar to the WL Toys model, and I got the blue in here. There's overspray on here, film, so make sure you peel that off. It's got the same type of flexi Lexan wing on the back, the real spoiler. Now, one of the things that makes this a lot different than the WL Toys model is the anodized blue aluminum arms on this thing. Is a lot heavier. It's got nice, beautiful shocks on this thing. It looks great. We get that 540 motor in here with that combo. It's got the battery in already. I imagine it's a 1600 milliamp hour battery with the Deans, everything here. Now, straight out of the box, a lot of people say this thing's a lot slower than the WL Toys. And what I'm going to do with this model is I'm going to do a series on this. I'm going to upgrade this to brushless. And I have a 540 brushless motor, 2-pole, back from the day when I was racing short course truck, like my Blitz and stuff. I had a couple. I've sold off one of them, but I've taken the motor out. It's a Hobby Wing 2-pole uncensored motor, so it should fit in here real nice. And that means I'm going to have to take this out, put a real receiver in, get rid of the servo, put in a 5-wire servo. That's a tiny servo in there, as you can see. So this is going to be a bit of a project, but the only thing I'm probably going to have to purchase is the servo, because I think I might have everything else, but I might actually have a servo in this. So this thing is a little bit heavier. As you can see, it's got the full metal chassis on the bottom. So this thing is a rock solid, like metal shock towers. As you can see, this thing is really, really cool. Now, it's got the radio. I didn't take it out of the box, but as you can see, it's that standard type of radio that you get with a lot of these type of cars. It comes with these extra off-road tires. No foams inside. Probably not really going to use those for this. I don't care about that. This is going to be more of a mini track or even on the road type racer. Of course, you get the manual I get a screwdriver, cross wrench, metal one, it's good, and a cheap USB charger off the balance lead on the battery. So not the world's best charger, but it'll get you by, especially if you're a beginner. So guys, this is the XLF unboxing, and there will be a series on this about upgrading this to brushless. We're going to do this next part. I'm going to show you of this running stock. And with what we got here, charge up this battery, take it outside in front of my house. We'll give it a run on the street, and we'll see how fast it goes, and we can compare it to the WL Toys model, and then we will start the series on upgrading this little car. So thanks for tuning in to this part. We're going to flip it over now to the running video part of this video. So thanks for sticking with us, guys. Let's get that going right now. So here we go, guys. Got the car all ready to go. Just a few last comments about the car. I really like it. It's really solid and heavy with all those aluminum parts. I got the radio on. It's all bound. One thing I will say about the radio, it feels a little smaller, and it just has a simple trim button on it, on off. You get a couple LEDs on top. Blinks green when it's not bound. Goes solid red when it is. And yeah, the wheel is a little tighter than most radios I'm used to using, but overall it looks pretty good. And we're gonna get this zipping out here on the road. Now it is quite sensitive right off the trigger. No cogging or anything like that. You got a brush motor. Got my radar going there. It says 12 kilometers an hour. I seen some reviews on this RC, and it's underwhelming in its speed. And 24 kilometers an hour. So yeah, that is pretty slow. As we said in the unboxing part, 24 seems about right. I knew this going into it, that this is going to be slow, and I was going to upgrade this to brushless. 24 again, so we know what this thing's capable of. CNO that's being that slow would be great for a beginner if you want to do that. I really like the tires on this thing. They got foams in them, I believe. It feels like it has foam. You can do a little bit of off-road. The grass here is still matted down from the winter time. One thing I do like about this car is it tracks straight, and I'll have to double check again, and I am going to do that. I'm going to throw this up on my truck here, and we're going to see if this is a 5-wire servo, because a lot of times those 5-wire servos don't track straight. And sure enough, it's a 5-wire servo. This might be one of the best 5-wire servos I've ever seen, because A, it tracks straight, and B, it centers to center properly when you put the steering wheel in neutral. So that is quite something. Some of these models, they tend to drift. The servo doesn't want to center. You'll see on many people's videos when they do these type of models and they come with a 5-wire servo, and they have a heck of a time trying to keep it straight when they drive it. And it's because that 5-wire servo is not centering properly, and then they get all this crazy drifting like this, and they lose control, and it's all servo related. So even though we do not like 5-wire servos per se, on something like this it works out well. That servo will definitely be coming out when it put in a proper brushless ESC and a receiver brushless motor. There could be partly the reason why this RC is slow is because of the turns on the 540 motor, and you can get 540 brush motors with higher turn. For example, the 14401 from WL Toys, Yeah, that might be a 550 motor in there, but in which case it certainly does fly. And I don't know if this ESC could handle a brush motor. I do notice that there is a bit of cogging when you hit the brakes and going forward. It seems to lock up. That's really strange there. Did you guys see that? So you're driving forward and you hit the brakes, it doesn't brake. It went in reverse. That time the brakes worked. So I've noticed that a couple times, that when you hit the brakes, that the car goes straight into reverse. So anyways, there it is, it's stuck again. You go in reverse and then you go forward again. So that's kind of odd. So be aware of that issue. Like I said, I am going to be swapping this out for brushless. So that should be fun. Stay tuned to that series. Looks like we are hitting a lull here. So possibly the battery is starting to die on this. So a couple cycles might be better. So guys, we're going to leave it at this. I give this car 3/4 thumb. Everything about it is good. Probably the electronics and the motor are the down part. But for what this is definitely an upgrade type car, and slower for a beginner. So eyes wide open when you're going into this model. When it gets brushless, I'm sure it will be on par or better than the WLToys 14001. 14401. What a name for an RC. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into this. Hope you appreciate the unboxing and review, a demo. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's saving up some money for a new RC or making a trade or whatever it may be. I'd like to hear what you guys are up to in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this RC. Again, follow the series as we upgrade this over time. I appreciate you guys all tuning into this and hope everyone's doing well. Peace out, take care, and we'll see you soon on the next one.